So I'm still working on my trash junk journal or junk journal madness for June. Obviously I'm a little bit behind, but I'm seeing where I did yesterday. I don't know what I did yesterday. Oh yeah, so I made this woven paper edge. I turned it into a little pocket and I did some slow stitching around it. I did my lace. There's my tags. I made some tags. That one, I can't remember what they're called. Index cards, I think. I had a spare one of those floating around. This is left over from the children. Unnamed. Some scraps I've made. And one of the children made one of these. So this is my paper. One of the children made one of these fortune tellers and left it behind, and she didn't want it anyway. It was a good memory for me, and there's still some blank paper in there. That just made me kind of, I don't know, think about things like memories, going from being an innocent child to, you know, the things that we lose. I am going to put some dangles on these paper clips. Anyway, I had some leftover, some of my woven page I made, which is lots of scraps, and I thought I would laminate it and turn it into a bookmark, because that was one of the quests. And I had this not very nice, I thought, tablecloth that I am going to use. It's a shame it's popped out the bottom there, but I'm going to trim that a bit, and that would make a nice journal page, and I can put other art behind it so it peeps through. I mean, that's not a very good example, but you could see, you know, the idea, the concept behind it, of having something peek through behind it but not quite being there. I think that would make a lovely insert. I could also maybe sew something on the back to add pockets in. So this is the one I'm going to quickly work on now, hopefully. I haven't used this. So this is a home laminator, and they're not as good as ones we have at school. They don't get as hot, so it doesn't seal it quite so well. And a home guillotine as well, so again, I don't think that cuts as well. It has kind of cut it. Oh goodness, I think I'll have to scissor it. Okay. I did wonder there was something a bit wrong with that. Okay. So I use my Sharpie scissors. Let's kind of cut it. I just wanted a really straight edge. Yeah, and it doesn't quite seal it either. So that's something to be aware of. Okay, what I could do with this would make a lovely corner, a page edge as well. Like I say, it doesn't seal it there, because you have it too. So I might have to glue that down. Is that too big for a bookmark? Kind of is, isn't it? So how about if I go maybe there? Can you see where it's not sealed properly, which is a shame. I wonder if you can buy hotter. That is a nice corner edge, I think, for a page. There's my bookmark. But yeah, that needs gluing on, which, like I say, it's a shame, isn't it? Because if I laminate things, I want them to stick together. So I can't remember. I should know this, you know. Hopefully, a little bit of glue will just stick the lace in place. Oh, I know why. It's because I didn't leave an edge. Oh, silly Mrs. Avery. You can tell we're one of the schools we don't do a lot of laminating anymore. One, we don't really reuse the resources that often. It's getting more and more online as well, although obviously we do real in life things as well. I'll put that there. Let that dry a bit. It says it dries clear, so you won't see that. Now that is a bit long for a bookmark, so I'm going to cut off that much, I think. Okay, and then I'm going to hopefully. Oh, I did. Did it get through the lace as well? No, I can't get it out. I'm not having a good day, am I? It's literally stuck in there. Why? Okay, I'm not sure why this is stuck in here. I'm going to have to pause that a second. That's the bookmark completed, I think. It's quite a simple one. I have this little taggy bit there I can make something with. I don't like to laminate. I like to just have things that fall apart, but this is a nice edge as well. I could use that. That's my woven bookmark, a simple one. Once it dries, will go into the page as a tag. And that's a nice edger, I think. So that's it for the moment. those. Happier with those now. Doing around the edges. Gives it that random kind of grungy look that I like. And this I'm going to use as a page edge, I think. Be quite good fun. So this is my woven. I think I've used up most of my woven page. Or some of it. A couple of little random hairy bits there. Turned it into a giant tag essentially, my bookmark. I'll turn it upside down there. I'll put it in there. Tag. Clearly for all the books I'm going to read. That is going to go to one side. I want something else to put in here. Should have added some paper. What about this? Although not my... I don't know. Oh, it's his birthday card as well. I could put... Not my nephew. Could have been someone's son-in-law. What kind of colours have we got here? Red. Okay. I'm just trying to use up the things that I've got here before making more. So I'm going to glue this down. Oh no, I'll glue this one down. It's all about buying books, so that's perfect as well. So I'll cut this out. Move this to one side. Actually no, I will put something over the top. I kind of want it to look a bit rough like that. Snip the edges off a bit. Looking perfect essentially. And a bit torn. Okay. Again, the trusty inky thing. Poor thing's falling apart. Go, bookmark. Kind of feel I need one more thing there. Something with colour. Something with a bit of colour. Ooh. That goes well, doesn't it? That does. I like that. Okay. Okay. Some more card. That's not right, that one. Okay, that one. It's because I'll turn this up the other way for a little bit. Let's sink back in. Where's my other glue? Yeah, I'm not sure. I might go back to my the glue's nicer. I think I might go back to my spread because it's much easier on my hands. This is hurting. Okay, I've got to glue it up the right way. Doesn't matter what way. But essentially, in my head, I have to. Okay, that's nice. I like that. Okay, make another tag just because I can. Perfect. I think that goes well with that. Okay. I've seen someone make their double with it. It's just a cotton wool pad on a stick, so that I might try that. I do think this is ruining my thing, but this is a lovely colour, so we'll try and get that one again. Light chocolate, it's called. That one's cute. Let's see if I can find a stamp that goes with it. Or yeah, yes. like that. That one. So I had to do a bit of infilling yesterday, and oh my gosh, I literally collapsed when I came home. I was so exhausted. Also, if you have extreme empathy as well, you can literally take the feeling home with you. I can't explain that, and I have actually met someone who understands it very well. She's the same, so it's really helpful to talk about, because you do think you're going a bit crazy, like how could that actually happen? How could you actually do that? But you do. You do. It's just a bit mad. Anyway, there's a tag that's going to have to dry. That'll go in there. Doesn't that look lovely? That's so cute. I love that one. Maybe I should have inked that. Well, if I ink that now, though, that's going to get that on there, isn't it? I'll ink it later. Anyway, that's my little package for there. I like that. That matches with that. Look, perfect. That one, that one, that one. This one I have to do. This one I have to do. And that one. Is it that one? So 3. But I want this. I'm going to do this one next, because I'm going to put this on there somehow. I'm not sure how. I don't like the edging very much, so I'm going to just round the corners a bit. Okay, that on there, I'm going to glue that edge. How far did I want it down? I'm not sure. Just add a little bit of glue. I'm doing it again, aren't I? I'm gluing over the top of my things, because I'm just so used to doing it. One day I shall get very caught. Okay, so about there, I think. I don't know what I'm doing half the time. I really don't. I just go with it. I just go with it. I've got to get that in there somehow. Put that up there somehow. Everything is somehow, and we don't know how to get to somehow. Yeah, this one's going to be tricky. Ooh, I just kind of got there, I think. It's a shame I can't reach that very top corner, but it's mostly on, so I'm happy with that. Put a little bit more glue down the end here. And a little bit on the top there. Okay, because it's plastic, it's going to have trouble sticking, hence that. Okay, I like that. That's a bit crazy. It's getting there. I like the edging on the back actually as well. Okay. Now what do I put on here? I did a bottom belly band, didn't I? Side belly band. How about one of them? I know what I mean. So a piece that flips. Does that go? I do like that. Okay. But if I want this as my top. Okay. So here is what I'm going to attempt to try. It might look absolute rubbish. I don't really care too much. So that, I need a piece of card that's as big as that. Youth, pretty much close enough. Let's move it up there so I've still got a bit left. Tip. Okay. Then some scrappy bits of paper that could go in. That's quite nice. So when you're doing this, you have to make the papers that you're using slightly smaller than your base. Kind of like a cluster again, I guess. I think I'm making another different type of cluster. Okay. And that's going to be the bottom piece, so you can write on that. I'll do it that way out, actually. Okay, what else have I got? It's quite nice. I think I'm just making another cluster. Using up all your bits and pieces. Bits and bobs. That works well. Take these edges off. I like that. I like that. Take this edge off. Okay. Maybe a bit of bright yellow on top. Yep. Yep. Okay. So, madly, that will glue onto there. Or not. I could do a side tuck, couldn't I? It'd have to be something fairly simple, I think. Put some music. Unless I have another piece of... When you have something really crazy like this, it's best to not have something too crazy for it to tuck into, just because it makes it too complicated.